Hey, and welcome back to the channel. And one question that I've been asking myself for a little bit of time, actually a long time, is I just got finished mowing this yard and blowing it. There's been somewhat of a snag with my zero turn, so it's down for a little while, and I was hoping to get it back soon, but it is what it is. So I had to take out the old Troy-Bilt 22-inch and back to doing this yard. Takes you about an hour and a half to 2 hours to do when it comes to not just mowing the yard and blowing it, but also trimming. And I asked myself, how does Laura from Garden Answers do it? This is exhausting and overwhelming sometimes. One of the reasons why, let me show you that my garden bed has gotten back out of control because of something that I ran into me a little while ago that had I can't really do any type of yard work, any type of a serious maintenance at least, and this is a result of it. These beds getting out of control again, which is a pain. And it goes back to asking the question, Laura from Garden Answers, how does she do it? I don't know. This is the side of the house from the garage. And because this is overwhelming, with my condition that I've been dealing with, combination of age, it can be. Again, this right here. I'm surprised. I was digging this out earlier, but hopefully in a few days or so, I'll be able to tackle this garden bed, because it is somewhat annoying to look at. But it is what it is when it comes to health. You got to take care of yourself first. If you don't take care of yourself first, then you'll have to basically have somebody do it. And doing yard work, in a sense, it is kind of therapeutic. Not this therapeutic though, I'll tell you that much. This is my Japanese maple. We're entering the fall of this year, so I expect these leaves to start coming down. And the clover has actually taken over this side of the yard, so I'm gonna have to do something about that before it takes over the entire yard, which will be another pain, but we'll see. Again, let me show you this right here. This is the side of the house. This is where a tree was taken down as a result of a small one was basically leaning on the side of the house, and I got woodpecker damage up there. Go figure. I hear in the morning doing his thing, which is annoying. But again, how much yard is too much yard when it comes to trying to maintain it by yourself? It's like if I didn't have the condition that I have, I was able to probably put a little bit more into the late spring and the summer months. Actually the summer, because it was a few weeks ago that I developed that condition. I really don't want to go into detail about it, but it has something to do with age. It is what it is. And it's just exhausting. It really is exhausting. And let me show you this. Let me show you this chipmunk damage right here. I still got to deal with that. Deal with these bricks, these pavers, excuse me, the weeds going in between. There's a lot of remedies that people suggest that I really don't want to use. I basically just go with the trimmer and just take care of it that way, and hopefully that'll stunt it for a couple weeks or a month or so. But at the same time, since it's becoming early fall, then I shouldn't have to worry about it. But one thing that concerns me are those trees right there. There's let me see if I can show you from back here. I don't know if it's a result of the leaves falling off of it or it's dying. I don't know. The last time the guys was over here to look at these trees, he didn't say anything about that one right there. You see how it's going bare at the top. If that tree is dying, then I'm gonna have to have it removed. I don't know about these, but if that one, I'll have somebody come by to look at that one right there. And if I need to have that removed, I don't know how much it's gonna cost, but hopefully it'll be just the one. And you know, it borders my yard and my neighbor's yard. I don't know. We'll figure something out. That's what we did before. When this tree right here, I don't know if I can show you because of all that brush over there. Maybe I'll show you some other time. That the tree had to be removed because it had collapsed on my side. It was her tree, but it collapsed on my side. So we had somebody cut the one that was down and take down the other half, and we basically just split the difference. Her and I was mutual, so it is what it is. But again, you know, how does Laura of Garden Answers do it? You know, if it's her full-time thing, then it's her full-time thing. I imagine it probably is, because at the same time she got water stuff going all over the place. I admire her channel and what she does. It's not just her, but there's quite a few channels on YouTube that I admire. That I suggest that you know, if you're looking for some form of advice, he kind of goes into details with a bunch of things, and you know, you see the results of it. A lot of it is not overnight, and she explains that. So let me get back over here. This is there was a rose bush. I forget what this is called right here. Again, I wish I had the tags for these, but you know, one thing about these things right here, these houses, you cannot kill them. Those are drought proof, thankfully, and they don't have anything that kind of go over them. You know, they don't take over. Nothing takes over houses like it takes over these things right here. But again, hopefully as a result of it being fall, the big box stores should have some sales on, you know, things like mulch. I don't know if I'm going to be putting any grass seed down. Unless it's greatly discounted, maybe. I still have this hay right here that was helpful at the street over there. And again, this is where the zero turn was at, and I had to take out my old trusty Troy-Bilt. Still functions 100%. And matter of fact, in the next few days, hopefully, I'll probably get that thing started, because you know, when it snows, I mean, I'm in Connecticut, and when it snows, it snows. We had somewhat of a mild winter last year, but that doesn't mean that it's going to repeat itself, because you know, we have nor'easters and whatnot. You know, if you're in the northeast, then you know, Connecticut, Jersey, and you're basically almost all the way down to DC. All the way up north, you know, all the ways to Buffalo, but they get it bad. So, but I should be able to. Matter of fact, I might do that today. I don't know. It depends on how I feel, because I am exhausted. Again, I've been out here for probably almost 2 hours now doing it, and it's still not done. There's things that I have to do. But again, I just wanted to ask the age-old question when it comes to how much yard is too much yard, because I think this yard right here is too much yard. I'm punching out. I'll talk to you later. See you in the next video.